Joining me from Chicago is Trevon Bosley. When he was 7, he lost his brother to gun violence and is now part of a violence prevention group called BRAVE, Bold Resistance Against Violence Everywhere. Trevon, thanks for joining us. You were just 7 years old when your brother Terrell was shot and killed inside a church when he was getting for a band rehearsal. Do you remember that awful day, and who broke the news to you? And just explain to us what that was like.
Yeah, I remember the day very vividly, actually. Me and my mother were at home, and my father, we were doing my homework, and we got a call that my brother had been shot. We knew he was at church and everything, so we drove immediately to the church. When we got there, we saw him getting loaded up into the ambulance. We went to the hospital, and when we got there, they told us that my brother didn't make it.
So what would your message be after what you've gone through, the pain and the loss, to the families in Uvalde, Texas, the ones who've lost children, sons and daughters, mothers? How is there any way, I guess, to come to terms with what has happened? Were there any healing words that helped you as a 7-year-old? Some of these young children were just a little bit older than that in Uvalde.
The best I can say is that you have to keep going. The pain of losing a brother, losing a mother, that pain never goes away. But the best that you can do is try to do what they would have wanted you to do in life, whether that's helping other people or trying to create a change so this doesn't happen to someone else. Just do the best that you can and try to move on and take one day at a time, because that loss never changes.
And was it your brother's loss that perhaps triggered you to get involved in trying to make a difference?
Yes, 100%. The year prior, my cousin Vincent Avant, he was shot and killed down the street from his home in 2005. And then the next year, my brother was killed. And after losing my cousin and my brother, I knew that I had to create change. Even though I was only 7 years old, I started trying to get involved with different marches and rallies and whatever I could find. And eventually I found the Brave Youth Leaders here at St. Sabina, and I liked the work they were doing. They were going out in the community, they were protesting, they were doing rallies, and they were doing everything that I felt that I need to be a part of. So ever since, I've been a part of them, trying to create change through whatever measures.
And have you seen that change?
No, frankly, here in Chicago, you sometimes see changes in the people that you brought a part of the movement. I've seen it in some of the people I've mentored, but at the same time, you have people that you lose every single day. Last year, one of our Brave Youth leaders, she was shot in the hand, and this year, in January, one of our Brave Youth leader members was killed. So some days you see the change with the people that you've been speaking with and helping out, but then you have to still understand that the reality is you can still lose your life even if you're doing everything right.
And what kind of change do you want to see moving forward, Trevon?
I want to see our elected officials do their job. We've been asking for the same thing for years. Since I was a kid, we know what our community needs, and every elected official that gets in office completely does the opposite. They do what they feel might be best or what they think might be best, and they just hire more police and not send actual legislation or funding to the community-based resources.